It's happening. The red alerts are all over the fucking place. It woke me up. It's happening. All over. Half a minute ago. It's happening. Alerts all over Israel. All over Israel. This is in northern Israel, the last one. This has been going off now. This just happened. It's happening. I know, I see everybody's trying to call me. I know, I just woke up from the alerts.
All the kids are here. You are in big trouble.
All right, let me go because I'm live.
We know.
Oh, okay. I'll see you. Bye. Bye. Holy shit. I was sleeping. Phone was in the other room. Wow. Oh my gosh. I know it's going off. I'm looking at it. It woke me up. Oh, it's been 3 hours it's been going on? The last 5 hours? Holy shit. Now, who the hell's calling me now? Oh, KJ, I'm not going to pick up now. Come on, stop. Oh, my God. Wow. So you guys, it says here, 2 minutes ago, Iran will deliver a historic lesson to Israel and the United States. Any video coming in? Anything? Holy shit. I was dead out. I was exhausted. Kevin did a great job on Discord all night. 2C's go. Let me just get the pop-ups because I'm seeing all of you I can't read it. So this has been going on for 5 hours? Holy shit. Check Discord chat. That's so hard for me to do. The Discord thing to catch up to. That's a pain in the ass. To be honest. I'm going to have to do my own. Because it's hard to... Alright. It's a beautiful day in there in Iran. Iran leadership has been hit. Oh, catch me up, please. Late to the party. Pick up so we can fill you in. Pick up. Oh no, I'm not picking up the phone. Goldie has been sharing video from Iran. Riyadh hit. Oh my God. Holy shit. All right, I'm just going to have to look myself. Okay. Office of Iran Supreme Leader targeted in downtown Tehran. That was 2 hours ago. Israel and the United States have launched coordinated strikes on Iran with explosions reported in Tehran and multiple cities as Tehran vows retaliation. Kuwait reserves the right to defend itself following Iranian strikes. Oh, shit. Around 35 ballistic missiles have been launched from Iran at Israel since Saturday morning. Some were intercepted by air defense while others hit open areas. Oh, they're gonna get smashed. A video shared. I just might as well just put this on the screen. It's a lot easier.
استان کردستان پایگاه سپاه زدن هیچ وقت اینقدر خوشحال نبودم.
I wonder if people must be celebrating.
شنبه شهرستان کامیاران استان کردستان.
I'm gonna see if there's video. The missile. It's 46 minutes ago. Pete Hegseth and chairman of the Joint Chiefs Staff are monitoring the ongoing Iranian operation from Mar-a-Lago. Rocket attacks target U.S. base in Iraqi Kurdistan. Holy shit, it's all over the place. Saudi Arabia slams Iranian attacks on Persian Gulf states. Holy shit. Wow, they attacked the UAE, Bahrain, Qatar, Jordan, and Kuwait. Oh, they're going down. Fuck you in your emergency session. Fuck you. Oh, the hell with that. Senior Revolutionary Guards commanders killed. Good. Airstrike hits Iraqi base hosting pro-Iran militia. We knew that was going to happen with Hezbollah. In Iraq. Iranians celebrate the war. Good for them. Good for them. Look at that. Good for them. Trail of smoke in Haifa. Holy shit. It's about time. It's about fucking time. Wow, they attacked the region. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. Okay, let me check the other one. There's probably a ton. Oh my God, look at all of them on fucking Telegram. Holy shit. Telegram is on fire. Bahrain. Wow. Bahrain has been hit again. Multiple explosions near Doha. Oh yeah, we're slamming Israeli blast after blast after blast. Explosions over Tel Aviv. This is the other side, just so you know. Iranian missile and Israeli military in struck military camp in Hebron. Holy shit. Iranian ballistic missile impact on the U.S. naval base in Bahrain. There's nothing there. Wow, I wonder what Telegram must be having a ton. This sick. It's sick what I'm seeing. I know I seen those when I woke up. Wow. I need to go to Telegram because it's loaded. It's a lot of photos. It's just a lot of photos. Here's a video.
بیتو زدن حرومیا یا ابوالفضل صاف کردن بیتو زدن حرومیا یا ابوالفضل صاف کردن.
Some of it is graphic. Graphic. It's a lot of pictures. Look at all the alerts everywhere. Bahrain. Holy shit. Look at this. This is crazy. Multiple hits confirmed at U.S. Naval Support Facility, Bahrain. Al Dhafra Air Base in UAE, American base in Kuwait, and Israel.
Ya Allah!
Oh, they're sick.
Ya Allah! Ya Allah!
They are sick.
Ya Allah! Ya Allah! Ya Allah! Ya
Sick.
Ya Allah!
Yeah, go ahead. Wow. Wow. Jordan shoots down 2 Iranian ballistic missiles. There's a ton of pictures. Tons. Oh my God. The supreme leaders of I should just share this on here because this is just too much. The supreme leaders completely decimated where he lived. Supreme leader's official residence was fully destroyed. There is so much. Renewed IRGC strikes on Qatar's Doha and the UAE's Abu Dhabi over the past few minutes. That's literally right now. Sirens sounding in Tel Aviv right now. That's the clear. Holy shit. Qatar. The U.S. base in Erbil was attacked, unclear by Iran or Iraqi faction.
يا علي يا علي ضربت يا علي يا علي.
That looks like a prison.
سامي ده تحمل مسؤولية أنت تحمل مسؤولية. الحين روحهم مساء نقول لك احنا لو صادنا شي احنا داخل احنا لو صادنا شي داخل من هو المسؤول؟ نقول لك كلمهم خلنا نمشي. روح جيب السيارة.
Holy shit. Footage of impact in Tabriz and Isfahan. Additional footage of the Iranian strike on the U.S. Naval Support Base in Bahrain.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay.
Wow. Direct hit in Dubai. That's Dubai. Abu Dhabi, I mean. Where's this? American Tomahawks flying toward Iran, filmed above Iraq. Wow. Impacts in the UAE. I hope we're tearing them a new asshole. American sailor records the Iranian strike in Bahrain.
Bro. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit!
Holy shit. U.S. Navy base in Bahrain. We saw that. It's a different angle. Destruction in Haifa from an Iranian ballistic missile. Shit. Shit. saw that. Interceptions above Abu Dhabi. Jesus Christ. U.S. Bahrain. The moment Iran missile hits the base in Bahrain. So they really went after Bahrain, but we evacuated it. Breaking explosions in Abu Dhabi, UAE. Holy shit. American Tomahawk missiles flying above Tehran. You could see it moving really fast. Naval base in Bahrain. Tel Aviv. Galilee.
What the fuck شاي تغير زيش أخي What the fuck أخي إيش بك زيش
Holy shit. Haifa. I'm just trying to catch up. Whoa. Iranian jets are airborne over Tehran. You won't be in the air for long, fuck. Tehran. Tehran, a car is burning. Qom. I hope we're pounding the shit out of them. Oh, we don't want to show that. Person in the video says a strike target the Supreme Leader's office. It's been leveled.
بیتو زدن حرومیا یا ابوالفضل صاف کردن
Wow. Something going on over here. Tehran. The IDF is putting out a lot of stuff. Milad Tower in the backdrop of Israeli bombing. Israel has attacked Iran. It's war. Okay, let me go to the other ones. I'm just trying to catch up here. They're pretty much reposting the same stuff. Times of Israel. Holy shit, there's a lot coming out. Same. I saw
بیتو
that.
زدن
Oh God. It's funny how the two sides, the propaganda side is sharing the same videos. They share the same. This is Middle East, no, this is global. It's a Tomahawk. Bahrain. It's the same shit. They're sharing the same things. People celebrating. Oh my God, look how much the Middle East Spectators put out. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is the other side, propaganda arm. I didn't see that one.
وای وای
یا خدا
یا امام حسین
شهر موشکی جمع زیدن
شهر موشکی یا خدا یا خدا
Haifa. We already showed that, but Galilee, Tel Aviv showed that. Bahrain, same one. Seen that. Everybody's sharing the same videos. Do not come here. It started the war in Iran. Do not come here.
Why you don't want me to go there?
Because we're live. Not now.
Well, I'm going there. I want to see it.
No, you got to go to your TV and watch it on YouTube. Do not come here and interfere because I'm trying to catch up to everything that's going on. I'll put it on your TV in a second.
War, people would die. I know that. I don't go for that. But what happened here then? Tell me. People crazy.
Direct hit in Dubai. This I did not see.
It's gonna be the end of the world.
Holy shit. Bahrainis celebrate Iranian missile strikes. Yeah, really? The casualties in the UAE and Bahrain are due to falling shrapnel. There's no confirmation of U.S. military deaths yet. I tell you, makes me sick. It's like they're wanting it so bad. Look, they're celebrating. This is the other side. This is the propaganda. Watch, U.S. air defense is intercepting things in Erbil. Footage from earlier confirms Iranian missile impacts Kuwait.
الدائر السابع الملك فهد مضروب الشارع شوف الملك فهد الشارع مضروب
Sick. That's good to see. Supreme Leader's official residence was fully destroyed this morning. Leveled. Smoke rises from Bahrain. The fuckers actually did it. They attacked the bases. I hope we wipe their... I really do. I hope we wipe their ass so bad. Israel is striking Iran. Insane images from Tehran. Operations name Shield of Judah. Refueling planes took off from Ben Gurion. Obviously, this is the Israeli outlet. Same images. Cruise missiles at low altitude. Holy shit. Holy shit. Look at that. Holy shit. Wow.
Why don't you put here?
All right, I'll put it up for you right now. Because this is really busy now. Let's go. Not here. Can't do it here because I'm live here. It'll come back. You have to do it in your room.
I said no. You're gonna put it here or there? What, the big room? That's one for your pillow. Ah! What is the problem here now? Oh, with Iran or whatever.
Bouchier. And she comes right back in.
Where am I supposed to go?
To the big room, the big bedroom, Mom.
یا خدا
یا امام حسین
شهر موشکی جمع زیدن
شهر موشکی یا خدا خدا یا خدا
Attacks in Tabriz, northern Tehran. Can't imagine all the shit that's going on, the rhetoric. Operation Epic Fury. People celebrating. New footage from here shows the aftermath. So are the strikes done right now?
دیدی به دست ما رسیده از تجاوز هوایی آمریکا و رژیم صهیونیستی به تهران و شهر کشور که در قاب شبکه خبر این تصاویر رو مشاهده می‌کنید. بر اساس اعلام منابع خبری علاوه بر تهران ساعتی قبل صدای چند انفجار در برخی شهرها از جمله اصفهان، قم، برخی مناطق استان لرستان، کرمانشاه، کرج و تبریز هم شنیده شده. شما آخرین تصاویری که به دست
Trump
ما
tells
رسیده رو
Iranians
از
the
شبکه
hour of your
خبر
freedom is at hand.
مشاهده می‌کنید. وزیر
Holy
جنگ رژیم
shit.
صهیونیستی حمله به ایران رو
Iran's
تایید
supreme leader
کرد و همزمان
president targeted
برخی
an
منابع
attack.
و رسانه‌های خارجی از جمله شبکه CNN از حمله مشترک آمریکا و رژیم صهیونیستی
Oh wait, we gotta stop this.
همراه ما باشید.
There's a lot going on in the news.
United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries. Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of American hostages for 444 days. In 1983, Iran's proxies carried out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American military personnel. In 2000, they knew and were probably involved with the attack on the USS Cole. Many died. Iranian forces killed and maimed hundreds of American service members in Iraq. The regime's proxies have continued to launch countless attacks against American forces stationed in the Middle East in recent years, as well as U.S. naval and commercial vessels in international shipping lanes. It's been mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it any longer. From Lebanon to Yemen and Syria to Iraq, the regime has armed, trained, and funded terrorist militias that have soaked the earth with blood and guts. And it was Iran's proxy, Hamas, that launched the monstrous October 7th attacks on Israel, slaughtering more than 1,000 innocent people, including 46 Americans, while taking 12 of our citizens hostage. It was brutal, something like the world has never seen before. Iran is the world's #1 state sponsor of terror and just recently killed tens of thousands of its own citizens on the street as they protested. It has always been the policy of the United States, in particular my administration, that this terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. I'll say it again, they can never have a nuclear weapon. That is why in Operation Midnight Hammer last June, we obliterated the regime's nuclear program at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. After that attack, we warned them never to resume their malicious pursuit of nuclear weapons, and we sought repeatedly to make a deal. We tried. They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening. They just wanted to practice evil. But Iran refused, just as it has for decades and decades. They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore. Instead, they attempted to rebuild their nuclear program and to continue developing long-range missiles that can now threaten our very good friends and allies in Europe, our troops stationed overseas, and could soon reach the American homeland. Just imagine how emboldened this regime would be if they ever had and actually were armed with nuclear weapons as a means to deliver their message. For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated.
Good.
We're going to annihilate their Navy. We're going
Good.
to ensure that the
Take 'em
region's
out.
terrorist proxies can no longer destabilize the region or the world and attack our forces and no longer use their IEDs or roadside bombs, as they are sometimes called, to so gravely wound and kill thousands and thousands of people, including many Americans. And we will ensure that Iran does not obtain a nuclear weapon. It's a very simple message. They will never have a nuclear weapon. This regime will soon learn that no one should challenge the strength and might of the United
Holy
States
shit.
Armed Forces. I built and rebuilt our military in my first administration, and there is no military on earth even close to its power, strength, or sophistication. My administration has taken every possible step to minimize the risk to U.S. personnel in the region. Even so, and I do not make this statement lightly, the Iranian regime seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future, and it is a noble mission. We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran. We ask God to protect all of our heroes in harm's way, and we trust that, with his help, the men and women of the armed forces will prevail. We have the greatest in the world, and they will prevail. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or in the alternative, face certain death.
Wow.
So, lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand.
Wow.
Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight.
I'm shaking.
Now you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond. America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious
Saudi Arabia
future
planning to attack
that is close within your
Iran.
reach. This is the moment for action. Do not let it pass. May God bless the brave men and women of America's armed forces. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless you all.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. U.S. media outlets report that dozens of fighter jets have taken off from aircraft carriers in the area to resume attacks on Iran. So there was a pause. Now they're going to start another strike. We got to put the live news. I want to see what they're saying on Fox. It's got to be all over the place. Yep.
Such thing. Nobody has to announce the Jewish people are about to celebrate Passover. Be careful, terror may rain out. This is an ideology that really, really needs to be kept in check. And the last thing I would just say to you on that note, Ainsley, don't be fearful for us here in Israel. We need to keep in mind very, very clearly that we have a simple option. Either deal with this regime while it's armed only with conventional, threatening but conventional weapons, or need to tackle it sometime in the future when it might have nuclear capabilities. For me, that's a no-brainer, and I believe that we will emerge victorious.
For our president as well, it was a no-brainer.
Well, the thing is, too, we all know with the Iranian dollars, the Iranian money keeps Hezbollah and Hamas funded. They gave $1 billion in 2025 to Hezbollah, despite their own people starving to death. And if you want peace in Gaza, you got to stop. You got to cut off Hamas, and that's what this. That's one of the results of a successful campaign here against Iran.
I agree completely, and I think also the action that President Trump has ordered here really goes to the heart of the lessons learned in the school of life rather than the lessons learned in the ivory tower of academia throughout the United States and elsewhere. We've seen successive presidents, graduates of the greatest universities in the world, but with very little real-time experience, enter into negotiations time and time again. Those have failed. They've brought us to where we are today, and all of those partial plans have ended up in the total disaster that we face now if we allow this regime to pursue its goals. So I think we need to move forward, and I'm very proud and very grateful for the level of coordination between the Israel Defense Forces and our government and the American service personnel and your government, and may both emerge peacefully and safely from this conflict.
We agree with
Benjamin, thank you so much.
Yeah, God bless you, Benjamin. Thank you for all that you do.
And God bless our troops.
God bless our troops and
as
theirs,
they
the
prepare
IDF.
for something that many people have been talking about for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're just waking up, this is a moment for action, President Trump says. Breaking this morning, the U.S. and Israel are trading blows with Iran after launching a massive military offensive. They're calling this Operation Epic Fury. Welcome to the 7 a.m. hour of Fox and Friends weekend on a significant day for our country.
That's right, Ainsley. The United States and Israel are now at war with Iran for the second time in 8 months as Israel seeks to take out the Iranian leadership, reportedly demolishing the Ayatollah's compound in Tehran.
In response, Iran is launching waves of strikes in the Middle East. I'm not sure waves is the right word, but they're launching strikes. Waves show a continuing barrage. I'm not sure they're hitting with the same cadence as the last attack. The regime says it has drones heading towards Israel. They also are targeting U.S. interests. For example, this attack on the U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet headquarters in Bahrain, no injuries. We're also getting reports of more explosions heard in Qatar, Abu Dhabi, and Dubai, as well as an attack on the U.S. consulate in northern Iraq.
And we begin with our chief national security correspondent, Jennifer Griffin. She is live in Washington with the very latest for us. Jennifer, good morning.
Good morning, Ainsley. The strikes began shortly after 1 a.m. Eastern. This is a rare joint U.S.-Israeli operation synchronized and planned over a matter of months. A senior U.S. military official tells me this operation will last not hours, but days. Wow. Among the initial targets, the Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's compound, which can be seen in satellite photos as mere rubble at this point. It's not clear whether the Ayatollah was there. Other targets in the initial wave, the Defense Ministry, the Parliament, the National Supreme Council, the Ministry of Intelligence, Iran's Atomic Energy Agency, as well as naval bases down near Bandar Abbas and Kark Island, along with targets in Bushehr, likely to include the nuclear reactor there. In the east, U.S. missiles and the Israeli Air Force struck the IRGC aerospace forces in Tabriz and Kermanshah, part of Iran's ballistic missile and satellite program. Among the top Iranian leaders targeted, Iran's president, the defense minister, and the head of the judiciary, who has issued death sentences to thousands of Iranian protesters, and former Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, who once famously vowed to wipe Israel from the map. His home was struck, no word yet on casualties. Already, the Iranian response has targeted all U.S. bases in the Gulf except U.S. bases in Oman, since the Omani foreign minister had tried to mediate the nuclear talks in Geneva, even flying to Washington, D.C. to meet Vice President J.D. Vance at the White House yesterday to try to avert what is quickly turning into a regional war. A missile landed near the U.S. Navy 5th Fleet headquarters in Bahrain, but I'm told there were no casualties, and
Thank
Qatar
God.
intercepted at least one incoming missile targeting Al Udeid Air Base. Hundreds of military targets have been struck by the U.S. military and the Israeli Air Force. Iran state television has been knocked off the air as well. Ainsley?
So, Jennifer, when we right now see this operation taking place, It's on the cusp of this big fracture with Anthropic and AI. Do you think that that is hurting our execution at all? I mean, we don't know many details about the attacks and the intent, but do you think that plays into this plan?
I don't think it's interfering with this operation in the sense that it's certainly a chaotic backdrop. The fight that took place yesterday with OpenAI stepping in after Anthropic had missed the deadline, and the president and the Secretary Hegseth said that they were going to list Anthropic and its AI models, which are embedded in all the classified systems that the military uses, that they were going to put them on a supply chain, a list of supply chain threats, which is very damaging to the company. But Anthropic has said all along that they would not suddenly cut off their models or interfere with any ongoing operations. They said it would take about 6 months to pull back. But it's definitely not a good time for this fight to be taking place.
Jennifer, if you could put your reporter hat when you used to be a war correspondent on the ground. Now that this attack has happened, when do you think we're going to see the people reemerge back in the street protesting against the government?
I think, Lawrence, probably very soon. I think as the president, he messaged to the Iranian people that it will be, once the bombs stop falling, it will be up to them, and that this is a historic opportunity to rise up and remove whatever remains of their leadership and to start afresh, to end what has been basically a 47-year nightmare since the 1979. The president called Iran the world's #1 terror sponsor, which it has been. But the people right now, I imagine, we've seen some videos showing some people curious walking out into the street. Of course, it is daylight there right now, but I think people are probably pretty scared. And again, the way the protests in January and December were cracked down, 32,000 dead is what the president has said. That is going to, probably the Iranian people are a bit still scarred, stunned, afraid from what happened, and but the targeting of the Basij and the IRGC, once they start realizing that the state is crumbling and that the leaders have been killed, that is when I believe you'll start seeing them in the streets.
Yeah, we know they showed great courage even last weekend, knowing that they don't have any guns, they don't have any weapons, they just have their voices. Jennifer Griffin, thanks so much. The Supreme National Security Council, so Iran is being defiant. They said expect a crushing response. They added the enemy, meaning us, wrongly assumed the Iranian people would surrender to, in their petty demands through such cowardly actions. So they're still talking tough.
All right, let's turn to our chief foreign correspondent, Trey Yingst, who was live on the ground in Tel Aviv about 5:30 this morning, was putting on his vest because the sirens started to sound off. Good morning to you, Trey.
It's all clear right
Ainsley,
now.
Good morning. A senior Israeli official tells Fox News that Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian and Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, were targeted in the Israeli strikes against the capital of Tehran. There is currently a battle damage assessment underway to see if those strikes were successful. We also understand, according to Israeli sources, that the commanders responsible for ordering the mass murder of protesters in Iran earlier this year were targeted in these strikes.
Good.
As this is ongoing, the Iranians are now responding not only against Gulf countries like the UAE and Qatar, they are also directly targeting Israel. For the past several hours, air raid sirens have been sounding across this country, alerts going out on cell phones, and millions of Israelis in bomb shelters. We've been able to see some of the missile interceptions from our position here in Tel Aviv, Israel's second largest city. Large explosions over the city, echoing through the buildings as these interceptor rounds are colliding with incoming ballistic missile fire. Remember, Israel has a tiered missile defense system from the Iron Dome to David's Sling to the Arrow system, along with a variety of U.S. interceptors, including the THAAD and Patriot systems. Right now, the Israeli military remains on high alert. A military official briefing Fox News earlier saying they aim to call up 70,000 reservists in the days ahead, understanding that this U.S. and Israeli joint campaign against the Islamic Republic is expected to last for several days. Again, the latest reports from the ground indicate there are no casualties in Israel, and the fire has been far less heavy than it was during the 12-day war. But the Israelis are looking both north and south to Iranian proxies like Hezbollah and the Houthis over concern that they may get involved in the battle. Guys?
So, Trey, can you speak to, and I know there's some reporting out there that you got to get confirmed before you can go up, but I want to talk about these operations of targeting the supreme leader and the president. Do we know if this was a strike or was the Mossad on the ground? I know there's been some back and forth on how they do these operations now because, like the supreme leader, he will go underground and go into hiding like many of these radicals do. And we think they're dead, but they're really just hiding.
We understand these were Israeli strikes that went after the leadership of the Islamic Republic. No operations on the ground have been reported yet. Remember, the Israelis have extensive intelligence operations that are unfolding as we speak inside of Iran. During the 12-day war last year, in their opening series of strikes, they killed nearly the entire command structure of the IRGC, and they were able to do that by using their intelligence operations on the ground to track where these officials were located and then hit them with bunker buster bombs. And that's likely what they used in order to go after the leadership in this round. We should note, though, that all of this is being coordinated at an extremely high level, and I'm told from Israeli officials that this was months of planning. President Trump certainly was able to sign off on all of the operations that are taking place now. This was a hand-in-glove operation, as it was described to me by one official, ensuring that not only the offensive capabilities were in place for the Americans and the Israelis and everyone knew their role, but also the defensive capabilities to shoot down the incoming fire that's now targeting Gulf countries and the state of Israel. Remember, President Trump is a man who, back in 2020, killed who was largely seen by the Iranians as a deity, Qasem Soleimani, outside of Baghdad's international airport. He ordered a drone strike against Iran's top general. And then during the war last year, he ordered the strikes against Iran's nuclear facilities, destroying these underground facilities inside of Iran. And so the Iranians had an opportunity for diplomacy, and that's the thing that we hear time and time again from officials. And they came to the table, and they were not willing to be flexible enough as it relates to their nuclear program and their expanding ballistic missile program. And that's the reason that President Trump decided to move forward with this operation to go after not only Iranian leadership, but the entire military command structure. And we do expect this to last for several more days, as the Israelis and the Americans want to use this opportunity, as President Trump said overnight, to encourage the Iranian people to rise up and take this historic opportunity for regime change.
So it's going to be interesting. It's been explained to me, Trey, and tell me if you have the same belief, that the reason why Mossad has gotten such great intelligence, so many Iranians hate the regime, and they're willing to give information to do anything to hurt the regime. And that helped a lot. People think, oh, it was Israelis pretending to be Iranians. It was Iranians hoping to get rid of the Ayatollah and his minions.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, remember, there were three core issues of concern at the negotiating table. The first one was Iran's expanding ballistic missile program. The backdrop here was the nuclear program that was largely decimated from the American strikes last summer, but there was concern that they were going to try to rebuild the program. So you have a nuclear program, a ballistic missile program, and support of regional proxies like Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis. But importantly here, and how this all started again at the beginning of this year, were the Iranian people in the streets of their country, millions of them, protesting against the regime, calling for regime change, and they were met with live ammunition. President Trump says 32,000 Iranians were slaughtered by their own government in a matter of days. And the president promised to have their backs. And there are so many people, we're actually getting images from the ground of students in Iran who are cheering as there's strikes taking place nearby, because they understand, despite the fact that they went to the streets and they called for regime change, there was going to be another brutal crackdown if they rose up again, if they didn't have this external support. And so this is all tied together because the president saw the Iranian regime as the last major roadblock to peace in the Middle East. And because of the support of regional proxies and the threats that the Iranian regime continuously was making against U.S. forces in the region, we understand that's why the decision was made to launch this operation. And yes, there will be an Iranian response. It's already underway. As you saw live here on Fox and Friends earlier, there are ballistic missiles being fired by Iran toward major population centers in Israel. The UAE and Bahrain and Qatar are already condemning the strikes against their country, and the Iranians say they will continue to do so. But what we should note here when we step back from it all is that what's happening right now is something that has never happened before. The Iranian regime in the past 47 years has never been this close to collapse.
Yep.
And after a series of violations of agreements as it relates
just
to their
keeps
nuclear
coming out.
program, uranium enrichment, expanding ballistic missile threats, a decision was made. And now a war is erupting in the region, and President Trump overnight indicating that he hopes it will lead to permanent change in the Middle East.
Yeah, and Hezbollah, by the way, said they're not going to get involved if an attack takes place. We'll see if that indeed is the case, because that would certainly affect everybody in Israel. Thanks so much, Trey.
Thank you, Trey. It is a joint effort between the U.S. and Israel. And it's interesting that Trey brought that up because we do want to play that soundbite for you. President Trump vowing to wipe out Iran's military capabilities. He released this 8-minute statement confirming the attack early this morning while you were probably sleeping. Here's the full message.
I was. They were awake.
A short time ago.
This is Fox, yes.
The United States
Tuesday's
military
live.
began
No surprise.
major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world.
Wow,
For
Navy
47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries. Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of
I'm not worried
American
about
hostages
Tusi
for
right now.
444 days. In 1983,
I'm trying to catch up
Iran's
myself.
proxies carried out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American military personnel. In 2000, they knew and were probably involved with the attack on the USS Cole. Many died. Iranian forces killed and maimed hundreds of American service members in Iraq. The regime's proxies have continued to launch countless attacks against American forces stationed in the Middle East in recent years, as well as U.S. naval and commercial vessels and international shipping lanes. It's been mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it any longer. From Lebanon to Yemen and Syria to Iraq, the regime has armed, trained, and funded terrorist militias that have soaked the earth with blood and guts. And it was Iran's proxy, Hamas, that launched the monstrous October 7th attacks on Israel, slaughtering more than 1,000 innocent people, including 46 Americans, while taking 12 of our citizens hostage. It was brutal, something like the world has never seen before. Iran is the world's #1 state sponsor of terror and just recently killed tens of thousands of its own citizens on the street as they protested. It has always been the policy of the United States, in particular, my administration, that this terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. I'll say it again. They can never have a nuclear weapon. That is why in Operation Midnight Hammer last June, we obliterated the regime's nuclear program at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. After that attack, we warned them never to resume their malicious pursuit of nuclear weapons, and we sought repeatedly to make a deal. We tried. They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening. They just wanted to practice evil. But Iran refused, just as it has for decades and decades. They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore. Instead, they attempted to rebuild their nuclear program and to continue developing long-range missiles that can now threaten our very good friends and allies in Europe, our troops stationed overseas, and could soon reach the American homeland. Just imagine how emboldened this regime would be if they ever had and actually were armed with nuclear weapons as a means to deliver their message. For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated. We're going to annihilate their Navy. We're going to ensure that the region's terrorist proxies can no longer destabilize the region or the world and attack our forces and no longer use their IEDs or roadside bombs, as they are sometimes called, to so gravely wound and kill thousands and thousands of people, including many Americans. And we will ensure that Iran does not obtain a nuclear weapon. It's a very simple message. They will never have a nuclear weapon. This regime will soon learn that no one should challenge the strength and might of the United States Armed Forces. I built and rebuilt our military in my first administration, and there is no military on earth even close to its power, strength, or sophistication. My administration has taken every possible step to minimize the risk to U.S. personnel in the region. Even so, and I do not make this statement lightly, the Iranian regime seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future, and it is a noble mission. We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran.
I know I got messages, Kevin, that you're doing it. I can't if you want. I can't. It's too much.
And we trust that with his help, the men and women of the armed forces will prevail. We have the greatest in the world, and they will prevail. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or, in the alternative, face certain death. So, lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight. Now you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond. America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious future that is close within your reach. This is the moment for action. Do not let it pass. May God bless the brave
if you put
men
links,
and
I
women
can
of
do it.
America's
It's
armed
really
forces.
difficult.
May God bless the United States of America. May God bless
I'm
you
having
all.
a problem trying to access it right now.
There's so many significant things in the 8-minute address. But one thing that should be clear: we have no interest in Iran's assets or running the country. He's saying it's up to you to rise up when we do our job and take your country back. That should be a message to everyone who thinks America is being aggressive, just trying for their own interests. No. They are on nonstop attack mode for 47 years. Ironically, with the 47th president, wants to put it to an end. And he's saying, hey, people, take your country back. I'm decapitating it for you, but you're going to have to take it the rest of the way. I think it answers everyone who says, what is the objective here? All I ask you, if you have questions, watch the 8 minutes. He answers every question.
He did not arrive at the decision lightly. Let's bring in Fox News chief political anchor and special report anchor and executive editor, Brett Baer. He also used to be our Pentagon correspondent, knows all these issues very well. Brett, obviously we want to talk about the military action, but I think it would be naive.
So there's so much shit going on. They're driving me nuts about Discord. If I share the screen, it shows my contacts too. I cannot do that. I'm trying to click on the links, but the links are stuck in the Discord. I'm not going to put my information of Discord on the screen. It's not happening. And yes, there are missiles on the way to Israel. It just came up on the phone on Red Alert. But the Discord thing is not going to work for me. So I know you guys are trying to help, but it's not going to work because I'm not sharing my screen of Discord on the main screen because it shows all my shit. What's up, everyone? What a morning, huh? What I slept through. Wow. Jesus, waking up to all of this. So Brian has put in links that I could click. If you guys put links, I can do it. If I can't... But I cannot put Discord up on the screen. That is not going to happen. So this was in Qatar. This is coming from Discord now. If you put clickable links, I can do it. But the Telegram one is not going to work. No Telegram in there. X will work. We can do X. I gotta close some of these windows. I'm gonna leave the news on in the background. I've got multiple things going on in the background. I'm gonna have to get rid of some of this stuff. Interceptors. Okay, I'm trying to catch up to all the stuff you guys have been putting in. Let's see. I'm trying to go to Discord, but it's got to be a clickable link. Otherwise, it's going to be really difficult. And Kevin, thank you for helping. And Brian, I see what you guys are putting in there. The CNN office in Abu Dhabi is being evacuated live on air under a heavy barrage of Iranian missiles. Wow. Another video, we've seen Bahrain already. Large fire at a building in Tel Aviv, possibly munition storage. I don't know about that being a munition storage, but you never know. So as you guys put links, I can do it, but otherwise it's going to make it really difficult. Yep, Kevin, that is true. The element of surprise surprised the shit out of me. I was sleeping. The video, there is a video in Doha, very bad. Trump made a mistake today. The Colombian president needs to be hit next. My gosh, so many intercepting of missiles. Iran. I don't know if Iran's going all out yet, but there isn't a barrage incoming because it's coming up. And they're bragging about it on the propaganda regime side about it. They're going nuts. Actually, those videos just popped up over here now. If I was paying attention to it, I would have seen them. See, I should have been staying on Telegram because they're putting the same videos.
Side pe ho jao, side pe.
After being hit, an Iranian missile booster in Doha falls down on Doha and explodes.
Oh my God.
Well, now you know who your friend
Guys,
is.
look at other, look at other. Look at other.
All the Arab countries should unite and slam Iran because they're actually going for the bases. But see, the same videos. Here comes that. Launches detected toward northern Israel. So this is the other side putting that. That's what Kevin is mentioning. Continues to rage in Bahrain. 2 impacts right now at Al Udeid in Qatar. In Jordan have also seemed to have been targeted by Iran earlier at the air base. Naval support official Bahrain. Canada and Australia issue support in the Israeli-American operation. Three pro-Iranian militias in Iraq are preparing to launch drones toward Israel. There's news coming in all over the place. It's just like bombardment. Tuesday just says someone died. Rubio was supposed to travel Monday. I don't think that's going to happen. Francis Macron says dangerous escalation after Iran strikes must stop. I can't even do it. All my monitors are full. I cannot see the cameras. I can't. There's too much on my screens. Kevin. I can't do anything, Kevin. Matter of fact, I may end my stream and just monitor things otherwise because this is impossible to do. And I know everybody's trying to help, but it's not being helpful. To be honest, it's not. It's just making it more chaotic. And I have 4 monitors. I'm checking to see if I can even access them right now, the cameras. I'm looking at Tel Aviv, Haifa, Israel, Tehran. The cameras are down in Tehran. Do you have a... Oh, no, you don't have. Yeah, do it that way. Send it here because it's too much. I'm trying to keep everything... There's too much going on. It's just chaotic. And to look at Discord makes me have to look at one other platform. Because there's a lot coming in. It's constant. Avaz, Iran is being bombed. This was 2 minutes ago. Israel, and look what they write. Doing war crime. Yeah, you did war crime on your own people. I'll tell you, you see the comments. You know, they just, you know what, now they're going to bitch and moan because they're getting their asses whipped. That's what's happening. Then now they're going to cry. Spilt milk. Too late for that. Too late for that. It's all talk. So much talk. Vincenzo says, U.S. Abraham Lincoln carrier Struckers now targeting Iranian naval installations in the Persian Gulf. Thank God for that. Look, you got to hear some of the stupid shit that they're writing on here. The pro-regime. It's like they're trying to hype it up and they know they're getting pounded. Like many of us forecasted would happen. Really. Really. You know? A lot of us knew that they will mostly talk. You know, they were going to do a lot of talking, and right now it looks worse than the 12-day. And it hasn't even really started yet. Yes, the initial wave. There's going to be more constant. They're going to get pounded. And now they're like complaining. After Saudi Arabia and Qatar, Kuwait also condemned. I read that Saudi Arabia is going to attack Iran. Also condemned Iran's attack and emphasized the right to defend itself. Yes, there was a post that said that Saudi Arabia may attack Iran. Uh-oh. That's the red alert. That's what woke me up. Not you guys trying to get in contact with me. The phone was in the other room. Too bad. Oh, here they come now. Early warning. It's coming in like crazy all over the place. Here they come all over the place. Northern coastal Israel. A lot to the north. And east of Tel Aviv. A minute ago. Jesus Christ. So they're expecting another barrage right now. They got Potato Head? Did they really? Jason? Is that confirmed? They got him? How long ago was this? 7:38. Here's the latest. This is Israel news. Hold on. Right there. That's the latest image they're posting of all the alerts. Like I said, this is so fluid, it's constantly coming in. An additional barrage of missiles was launched toward the state of Israel. The public has requested to continue following instructions. And they're showing the strikes in Bahrain. They're claiming that a Iranian Shahed 136 strikes against the U. That was direct hit, very clear footage. So what? They abandoned the base. They're trying to make a big deal about what happened in Bahrain. And here's another image. This was literally a few minutes ago. So Israel. Oh, Tutsi reported it. Russia calls for an immediate ceasefire. How about you stop your war first? Good point. I like that. Fuck Russia. What is this? Again, they're showing, the other side is showing this. They just keep showing that because they have nothing else to show. That's to be honest. Western Iran right now. Screw Russia. Screw China. Screw all of them. They're all going to bitch and moan now. Because they know ass whipping's about to go down. That's why. Look, it's coming out right now. The IDF has issued that there's missiles on the way. Defense systems are operating to intercept the threat. And now they're saying that the radar is gone the other side. They took out a radar. Radar gone. This is coming from the other side. It's just constant. Missiles. What's this? It's constant. It's freaking constant. Watch missiles. Debris falling in Qatar. We saw that already. It's a lot. Alerts are happening. I haven't gotten one on my phone yet. Exactly. Russia can't even handle Ukraine. Berg said he announced his full support and is ready to deploy all his capabilities for the UAE. That's what I had read, Brian. But they got Potato Head, huh? And this is just the beginning. Wait till nighttime comes. Oh my God. And you know what? We're just watching to see where they're going to try to launch from and taking it out. This is going to be pretty convincing, I think. I think all that rhetoric is pretty much showing it was just rhetoric. Iran's about to get a beatdown. They're getting a beatdown. And all that talk, all that, well, we have to see how this plays out. But right now, this looks worse than the 12-day for them. Obviously, the United States is involved, but this looks way worse. And it's just started. You hear the boogeyman is getting ready? What time is it? It's 5:15, I think, p.m. Alexa, what time is it in Tehran?
It's 4:13 p.m. in Tehran right now.
But the thing is, Kevin,
30 minutes
they are
local time in New York.
They're watching them. They're lighting up. They're looking for their launches. They're looking for them to light up. Oh, there it is. There we go. Now you should watch your cameras on Tel Aviv. Oh, a bunch of them are coming in now. A bunch coming in. It's too bad I can't look at the live cams. They're coming in like crazy. Here we go. All over the place. And that's probably the sound telling them that it's coming now. So I would watch those cameras now. I wish I could show them, but I can't. I'm going to see if I find cameras. Kevin, you have mod power still. Put a link for the cameras. This is Israel going off. A lot of them. Oh my God, it's coming in like crazy. Jesus. Sirens now across the state of Israel. Interceptors are working to intercept the missiles. Agenda free? He's showing it. Steve? I can't share the screen though, but at least I could watch. I would suggest people go watch Agenda Free. Yeah, he's showing it. I can't put this on the screen though. But I have it on another monitor. While I'm watching him. Jesus Christ. You have to see the crazy things that are coming out in the posts. What the other side is saying. They're putting up the red alerts too. Everybody's putting up the red alert map. I'm watching the Tel Aviv feed. They're showing. I'm just going to watch Steve right now. He's got Jerusalem up too now. There's a lot going on, Dan. Bill, I said to you that there isn't going to be a war. Well, looks like it's game on now. And this is going to go on for days. Wait till tonight. That it's coming. I mean, darkness is coming soon. I just can't put this on the screen. That's Steve's feed, but I'm watching it. Yeah, here comes the night. Nighttime is coming. Boy, oh boy. Telegram is on fire. It just doesn't want to stop. Yeah, I'm watching Agenda Free too. I have them in the background. This is Agenda Free. Steve.
I think that's the alerts. Hold on.
Yeah, you know what? I may get off just to watch Steve. Because he's got the cameras from Reuters. I may get off just to watch him. I think I'm going to do that. Watch Agenda Free because he'll cover it. You know what I mean? This way I can see it. Because there's too much going on. Why are the plants flying around when the sky's supposed to be clear? The skies is supposed to be clear. I don't know. I mean, it's one has cloudy. Jerusalem is cloudy. But it looks clear. Kind of clear. Partly cloudy in Tel Aviv. But I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get off and watch this on my big TV and just soak it all in because I want to see this. To do it like this is without camera access to see what's going on in real time kind of sucks. I think the best thing to do is go check out Steve because he's got the cameras and he's really good at what he does, to be honest. That's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to get off, keep an eye on everything, but his coverage right now is probably the best because of the cameras, his access to see what's going on, because he's got that Reuters thing. To be honest, I'm not going to sit here and lie. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to get off because I just literally woke up from all this. I'm going to go watch on my big TV. I'm going to go lay down, get relaxed, and watch Steve. So I would suggest keep an eye on Tusi, Steve, all that. That's what I'm going to do. So everybody, God bless you all. Can you link right here? I mean, to me, this is the best thing. I'll put the link in for Steve now. Right there. That's Steve live. And you could, like I said, I don't want to get in trouble. The siren stopped.
Special curse on cat.
Yeah. The only thing is he talks a lot like other stuff, but...
You know, I told you there was an alert going on in Bahrain.
So, I guess he's been on the air for like hours and hours because they're telling him to take a break. Yeah, he's been on for like, since this started, 6 hours. Matt Morse? What is Matt Morse? Do I have to look him up like that? On YouTube? It's going to be a long day, night, I know. Long days and nights ahead. Let me see what this is. Matt Morse. Before I go. Matt Morse TV. He's sharing the feeds. He's probably got permission to do that, but they're very small. They're hard to see. I'll pass on that one. I'm thinking of InquizX, Cyprus. They might be doing it. Let me do InquizX. Iran Live. And InquizX usually has, or Cyprus. Yeah, now this is got a lot of cameras going on, but I can't show it. This is better. At least one of them. I'll put this link in there. This one has a lot of cameras. A lot. You're not going to get much from Iran. But this one has a lot. I knew InquizX would have it. Now, I don't know about Cyprus. Let me check Cyprus. He usually has a lot. He's in the war room. Let me see what he's saying. He's just posting news and stuff. Here go the multicams. But he's live. He usually has the multicams up. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to bail and go watch stuff on my TV. Anyway, be well, be blessed, be safe. Prayers for all the people over there in the region. And I may be back later.